And we welcome you live to the Greensboro Ice House for the home opener for the High Point University Panthers D3 hockey team as they host the Elon University Phoenix. The Panthers come in at 3-2 after a sweep of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and the Elon University Phoenix come in at 1-1. I'm Graham Tuck, joined by Ben Shelton. Ben, for this game, it's the second time this season that the Panthers have played up from AAU D3 to an ACHA opponent. The first time was their first ever game. The team had never skated together. It didn't go too well. They lost 13-2 to UNC Wilmington. They've gone 3-1 since then. They're coming in pretty hot.
Yeah, this team has really found its footing after that first game, getting 1-1 on the weekend against Citadel and then sweeping Old Dominion, like you mentioned last week, with a lot of commanding victories. So this team is really looking to build off the momentum that they've built these last couple of weekends and seeing if they can bring it up and beat an opponent that is a level up from them.
Yep, so those games against Old Dominion, they won the first one 3-2 in overtime, and then game two they came out and were just clicking, firing on all cylinders, an 8-3 win. One guy that was huge in that 8-3 win, Joey Riggio, he had himself a night, and he had 3 goals, a hat trick to extend his season total to 4, leading the team.
Yeah, hats off to Joey Riggio. He did an incredible job skating for this team and has done so all season. Like you mentioned, he leads the team in goals, 4 for the entire season. He's looking to build upon that here today.
That he is. And another guy that has had an excellent start to the season is Zach Podolsky in between the pipes.
Yes, Zach Podolsky has done an incredible job, having 63 saves in his last 2 games, a 2-0-0 record, only 1.04 goals allowed, and a .94 save percentage. He's been incredible here for this team and really just doing what he does best, saving the puck and getting in front of it, has that tunnel vision, and Zach Podolsky's doing a great job here.
Yeah, he had a rough start in that big blowout loss to UNC Wilmington, but he has definitely bounced back. 2-0 in the 2 games since then. He saved 63 of 67 in the 2 games since. So great to see that. We'll see him in between the pipes this afternoon for the Panthers. Another guy that we're going to see on the ice today for the first time in a while is Tim Pearl.
Yeah, Tim Pearl, coming back from injury last year, made a splash in this first game, in his first game last weekend. He scored his first career goal and 2 assists in that win over ODU, the 8-3 one. So he is looking to continue that, and also just good for him we get to see him back here on the ice and doing what he does best, putting the pucks in the back of the net.
Absolutely. And now we'll take a look at Elon. They have had no shortage of offense so far this season.
No, they have not. In 2 games, they've scored 14 goals in total, 7 goals in both of their games, one being a 7-4 victory over App State, and then their loss coming from Wake Forest, where they also scored 7 goals in a barn burner there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Elon, no shortage of offense on this team, and we'll see what they can do against the new one.
Yeah, leading the way so far this season for the Elon University Phoenix has been Danny Heslin. He's got 7 points in their 2 games so far. He has 4 goals, leading the way in that regard as well. And we'll see what the Phoenix can do today against the D3 Panthers. We'll take a brief break, and when we come back, it's the first period, Panthers and Phoenix. we are just about ready to go for the opening face-off of this game. The starting lineup for the High Point University Panthers. On the forwards, it'll be Joey Riggio on the left wing, Joseph Marchiota on the center, and Nate Evangelista on the right wing, Drew Schleibner and Andrew Lindauer, the defenseman, and Zach Podolsky in between the pipes as Marchiota wins the face-off, and here we go. The Phoenix bring it right in, right off the draw. A quick first opportunity, and they score.
Wow.
10 seconds in, and the Phoenix are on the board, and it's 1-0 Elon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst way you could get started here if you're High Point. Just get caught completely off guard. The Phoenix dip, dive, duck, and dodge all the way through the defense. Catch Zach Podolsky right off guard, and Elon's up really fast in this one.
Well, not the ideal start to the game for Zach Podolsky and the Panthers. And we'll see what the Panthers can do here if they can rebound after that. Alex Vitka takes it in his defensive end, but turns it over, and the Phoenix will move in. Marchiota trying to put in work on the forecheck, and a strong defensive play by Steven Ismali. Regains possession for the Panthers as Joey Riggio dumps it in. Out of the crease to play it is Daniel Foley, the sophomore netminder for the Phoenix. Pierce Moley makes a move in the defensive end, and the Phoenix cannot win the race, did not get a touch on it, and it's icing.
Phoenix coming off real strong here, not really giving up too many chances and having a lot on their own side. So we'll see how the Panthers respond to this on an icing call here, where they might have some extra stamina.
Cameron Sanderson set to take the face off. Tim Pearl to his left, and Noah Rauch on the right wing. Danny McGoigan and Aiden Padgett, the defenseman. Padgett should be a familiar name for those of you very familiar with High Point University hockey. Padgett, the junior defenseman, has been a big part of the team for a while as Pearl creates a turnover, takes it to the slot, and sending it out of the zone is Sam Chairman. Here come the Phoenix up the left wing. Moley sends a shot over the crossbar. Padgett, a good stick, gets it to Davis Turner at the blue line, but now here's a break for Sanderson. Sanderson, his shot right on to Foley, and a first save of the afternoon made by the Phoenix netminder.
Yeah, one thing to note about this Elon Phoenix team, they've had 3 straight games and 3 straight goalies that have played for each game. So they've had a different goalie each game, and we'll see how Foley fares today.
Tanner Ripley able to win the faceoff to Turner. Ripley trying to drag to the slot, but it's knocked off his stick. Taking it away from him, Jonah Murphy. And a big hit coming up. Tanner Ripley threw a Phoenix into the boards, and Ripley's going to go to the box for boarding.
Yeah, big hit, gets caught up on the boards. Tanner Ripley right off the bench, gets a big hit, but is unfortunately getting sent right to the box, and he seems to try and fight for it, but the refs are pretty sure that one's boarding.
So the Panthers will be shorthanded as Ripley heads to the box. Ripley, the older brother of Panther defenseman Walker Ripley. Evangelista, Riggio, Fedorov, and Schleibner, the penalty kill. Here's a chance in the slot, and it goes wide. Dangerous opportunity for Heslin. At the top, a shot through traffic and deflected wide. There was space there. Power play looking good for the Phoenix early. Panik, a shot through traffic and a blocker saved by Podolsky, his first. Keeping the zone. Bruner, a shot deflected, and it goes wide yet again. Centering pass, an opportunity down to the goal line, and Podolsky makes the save with the mask. Another centering pass is deflected by Fedorov, and it clears.
Yeah, a lot of good opportunities there for Elon. They've done a great job at putting those guys in front of them, of Podolsky, and getting goalie screens.
There's a shot off the stick of Panik that goes over the crossbar yet again into the corner for the Phoenix. Fedorov makes a hit. A turnover, and Riggio can take it up. It's a 2-on-1 with Evangelista, shorthanded. Riggio moving in, fans on the shot, gets it back on the backhand, and a save made by Foley.
Though Riggio fanned on that first one, he still had a decent opportunity there to try and go 5-hole, but a good save there by Foley to not allow that chance to be any dangerous than it should have been.
So an offensive zone draw coming up, 52 seconds left on the penalty to Tanner Ripley. Panthers, that penalty kill started off shaky, but they've bounced back in the last couple of seconds. Sanderson wins the faceoff, rims it around. He'll kill off some extra time. Sanderson, Pearl, Lindauer, and Vitka, now the defenseman. Lindauer deflected it to the blue line, but now another stick check for Lindauer. A chance, and Podolsky had to make a save. Kilfoyle to the circles for Dermody. Back to Kilfoyle, sending one to the high slot for Esworthy, the captain. One-timer, Podolsky makes the save with the glove. That was a good chance for the Phoenix to potentially get one on the board here. Jonah Murphy with the one-timer, but right into the mitt.
Murphy doing a great job of finding open space, but Podolsky gets a glove on that one, and we'll play some more hockey.
Phoenix still with the power play and possession for the next 15 seconds. The centering pass, it's off the tape, and Pearl will clear it all the way out. 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. Power play has looked dangerous for Elon, but they haven't been able to really get on the board here.
Yeah, Elon.
Or even get close to it.
Yeah, Elon has had this high-powered offense, but that power play won't result in anything as the Panthers finally kill that one off.
Ripley out of the box, and Davis Turner, no icing. I thought they were going to call that one. Alex Brown, a big hit right into the corner. His first shift. Brown and Ripley trying to dig it out as the Phoenix player, I think that's Kenny Nickel. Excuse me, that was Carnavas who had made a play there, and on the backhand, Dermody sends one on to Podolsky, who has rebounded nicely after allowing that first shot to get past him and find the back of the net just 10 seconds in. He's looked pretty good throughout that power play.
If you're any goalie, you want to have the first couple of minutes, ideally, to kind of settle into the crease, let the anxious vibes get off. But Podolsky doing a great job, even though he was caught off guard with that first one, rebounding very nice and already having a couple of good saves in this one.
Marchiotta and Riggio tried to get it out. A good play by Pageant, and it creates a 3-on-2 for the Panthers. Riggio carries it in onside. Riggio drops to Evangelista. Evangelista's shot trickles on to Foley. Rebound for Riggio, and a pad save made by Foley. That was the Panthers' best chance so far. Riggio centering for Evangelista. He scores! Nate Evangelista gets the Panthers on the board, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Nate Evangelista doing a great job there. Great job at monitoring the rebound, seeing exactly where it's going to go, and just continually trying the goalie Foley. And there's the first goal here for the Panthers in this game. Evangelista puts them on the board.
Evangelista gets the goal. Riggio and Pageant the assist for Pageant. That's his first point of the season. And we are tied up here in Greensboro. Solid bounce back performance here for the Panthers. Pageant gets sent to the ice. Phoenix still with possession in their O-zone. Marchiotta takes it away from behind the net. Tried to clear, it's kept in by Esworthy. Esworthy looking for a tip. Puck is still loose in the slot. Podolsky, one save, two, and it's flipped up over the crossbar. Heslin had a chance. Here comes Esworthy's shot, and it's into the netting, out of play.
Down but never out. Zach Podolsky being able to create a lot of good saves there, but credit to that High Point defense. You see two of them that were literally in the net of Podolsky there to make sure that he had his help and support. So that was a great job, not only by Zach Podolsky, but the whole team.
Another chance in the slot for the Phoenix, and they sent it wide. Phoenix have had a ton of grade A opportunities, but Podolsky not able to save that one as it went wide, but he's looked good after that first one, like we just said.
Yeah.
McGuigan sending it to Sanderson. It's intercepted by Rosenthal, who sends it in, and will get off for a change. Rauch, a nice touch pass to Sanderson, and then his intended for Pearl. Stick out of the zone, and the Phoenix will clear. Pearl lifts the stick, and Sanderson dumps it in. Good play by Tim Pearl there. Bruner carrying it all the way in. There's a shot wide from Kilfoyle. Comes back out to Ponick. And a stick check by Ripley creates a break for the Panthers yet again. Ripley with Alex Brown, but a strong back check there by Dermody. And now Kilfoyle the other way. A lot of north and south hockey here so far. There's a big hit put on by Kilfoyle, a reverse hit at that. Sent McGuigan to the ice, but he'll pick it back up in the defensive end. Got it to Ripley, who kicks it to the red line, intercepted by Chairman. Sent up to Kilfoyle, touch pass, the Phoenix are in, shot from the circles, and it's over the crossbar. Ponick looking for it, a deflection by Tanner Ripley. On the far side, Alex Brown. Dumping it out, DeFalco was there, he'll win the race for icing. DeFalco able to get just enough of a touch on it to send it to Foley, who keeps the puck moving. Marchiota trying to fight for possession on the near boards, and there with Lindauer. Schleibner at the red line, he'll carry. Schleibner with a shot onto Foley, blockered it away. And the Phoenix will try to break out here. Seeing eye pass, doesn't find the target. Bruner gets it back in the defensive end. Dermody centers it at the blue line for Nickel, but he couldn't find it. Evangelista doesn't quite clear it. This time he will, but the arm is up for icing. And Elon wins the race. And Rose will see that one come back to the attacking end for his team.
Yeah, a lot of north to south hockey, like you said, but also a lot of neutral zone hockey. You've seen a lot of puck movement right here in the center of the ice. Not a whole lot of good chances for either team in the last 4 minutes, and they've just been going back and forth. Their legs got to be tired no matter which team you are.
Marchiota carries across the red line, dumps it in. He'll get off for a change. Smart play after the icing. Evangelista, the goal scorer, in the corner, trying to dig it away. Riggio as well, keeping it at the blue line is Sanderson, but then it's deflected out by Ronholm. Ismaili in the defensive end. Got it to Evangelista, who dumps it towards the blue line. Doesn't have the legs for icing. Foley touches it, leaves it for Kilfoyle around the board. Sanderson hard on the forecheck. Pearl in there as well. Pearl circling the net, looking for Sanderson, and he put one on to Foley, who will cover for a face-off. Great opportunity created from a strong forecheck by Tim Pearl.
Yeah, Tim Pearl showing us that he can do things on both sides of the puck. He's good both ways, and gets it over to Sanderson in the middle of the crease, and Sanderson able to put a really good shot on goal, even though there were sticks right in front of him. But
that line has been performing really well the last couple of games. Sanderson and Pearl both had 3 points in the 8-3 win over Old Dominion.
Yeah. Those guys know that there's a lot of hockey to be played, and at the beginning of the season it makes an impact to start the season off good.
Ismaili, a nice play to lift the stick of a Phoenix forward. That was Heslin. Broke up a 2-on-1. Ismaili trying to get it to Sanderson. It's intercepted at the red line. And now the Phoenix bring it in. Here's a chance on to Podolsky, and he'll hold on.
One of the only shots that the Elon Phoenix have had on net here in the last couple of minutes, but a great one there. Good opportunity, sends it right into the number of Podolsky, and Podolsky doesn't move at all.
A chance by Petey Olofsson. DeFalco tried to lift the stick, and Pageant deflected that fluttering puck just wide of the net. He's out there on the pair with Fedorov, and a stick save by Podolsky sends it to the corner. Good rebound control that time.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well not give anyone a chance to get the puck after a shot like that. So sending that one sky high. Good rebound control there by Zach Podolsky.
Turner gets the red, dumps it in. DeFalco in on the forecheck. He'll pick it up. Off the boards, looking for Turner. It goes under his blade, and Ripley couldn't keep it in the zone. Neither could Pageant. Fedorov picks it up, slaps it to the blue line. And the Phoenix are there to keep it. Moley tried to drag around Ripley, could not. Moley will pick it back up. DeFalco in on the forecheck. Riggio intercepts it, dropped it for DeFalco. They weren't on the same page, though. And the forecheck has been a focal point for the last 10 minutes or so for the Panthers, or for these first 10 minutes, I should say. But they have been, ever since they got possession, that's been a point of emphasis, it feels like.
Yeah, the Panthers, like I mentioned earlier, has been playing a lot of neutral zone hockey, and that's because they've been really good on the forecheck, not allowing Elon to get into their offensive zone at all here in the last couple of minutes.
It has been very difficult to break out for the Phoenix, that is for sure. Foley picks it up behind his net and drops it. Chairman will hesitate. Kilfoyle brings it in, 3-on-2. Kilfoyle, that pass deflected by Fedorov. Kilfoyle getting it back, tried to send it to Ponick. Riggio working hard to get it out, and does. Frees Marchiota. Evangelista on the wing. Marchiota trying to drag to the slot. It's broken up. And a nice play between the legs. It springs free Dermody. Tried to drag around McGuigan and couldn't. And Schleibner, a good tie up there. I've been impressed by Schleibner so far. A lot of freshmen on this team. Here's a chance, and Podolski with the glove makes the save.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a penalty here, I believe. Schleibner is going to go to the box for a high stick. And so the Panthers will be shorthanded for the second time.
Yeah, the inexperiencedness of this team, obviously it being the first year in team history, but also just the amount of freshmen and underclassmen in general that are on this team shows up sometimes when you look at the penalty minutes of this team so far. And we'll get another look at this Panthers penalty kill.
Well, they're 1 for 1 on the kill. You mentioned the youth. There's only 2 players on this team. Oh, here's a chance for the Phoenix. And they sent it just wide. Podolski had to make 1 save. But a couple of shots there. Podolski with the stick. Good job to seal the post, and Vitka clears it out. You mentioned it. There's only 2 players on this team for the Panthers that are juniors, no seniors. There are 2 juniors. Everybody else on this team is either a freshman or a sophomore. There's a chance from a sharp angle, and it's sent wide. And the net is off the moorings as well, so we'll have a whistle. But Ponick was trying to nip the top corner on Podolski's blocker side. 1:28 left on the power play for the Phoenix. Their power play looked really good the first time. They just weren't able to break through on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they did a great job at creating a lot of chances and having constant movement in front of Podolski to make sure that he would get off his game, but he wasn't off his game at all. He did a great job stopping a lot of pucks, doing a lot of rebound control, but the Phoenix haven't really been able to get a lot of setup time. But we'll see what they can do here in this last minute and 20 seconds of this power play.
Olofsson keeps it the blue line. Strong play by Rosenthal, but he tried to get it to Olofsson, couldn't, and the puck clears the zone. The Phoenix have to touch up. Now they'll bring it back in onside. Nickel dropped it to his partner. Podolski made the glove save. Rebound is free, and it's sent wide. Podolski fortunate there that the Phoenix couldn't capitalize. And Lindauer dumps it out as the penalty halfway over.
Yeah, this Phoenix team's been taking a lot of shots, which I believe is the reason why their power play has not been as successful. Is because they haven't been able to set up the same way that they were in the first power play. So let's see if they can slow it down here. If you're the Panthers, you're hoping that they won't.
It's been a much stronger kill for the Panthers this time. Strong play by Alex Brown to clear the puck out, unable to catch up to it. But he'll reset, kill some more time. Only 25 seconds left on the man advantage for the Phoenix now. Getting by Brown is Dermody. Dermody cuts all the way in on the backhand, circles the net, and a centering pass broken up by Fedorov. Fedorov shoves Dermody into the boards. Ripley brings it away, couldn't clear. Along the wall, Dermody picks it up, sends it to the blue line for Kilfoyle. He rockets it wide. Schleibner out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. 2 for 2, the Panther penalty kill. One-timer is tipped in front by Russo and sent wide. Russo on the backhand up to the slot, high slot. A shot deflected in front of Podolski, and he'll dive on top of it to make the save.
Zach Podolski doing a great job there, saving that puck, diving on it after a little bit of a shaky rebound, but he recovers. The Elon Phoenix, talking about that penalty kill there for the Panthers, they did a great job at staying in front of the Phoenix at any point when they had the puck, which allowed there to be an extra line of defense when the puck got through, and a lot of deflected shots and block shots there.
There's a slap shot that gets blocked in front. Podolski wasn't sure where it was. I think it caught Aiden Pageant right in the stomach. Marchiota dumps it on. Riggio makes a hit along the boards, and carrying it away for the Phoenix is Moley. Moley all the way to the blue line on the backhand. Moley sends a pass. Here's a shot, and it's rocketed wide. Roselli had an opportunity. Now a stretch pass. Finds Riggio. He cuts in. Riggio scores! What a goal, Joey Riggio! The Panthers have the lead.
Joey Riggio doing what he does best for this High Point Panthers team, and that's scoring goals. And he gets a beautiful backhand there, as we'll get the replay. Goes left, right, sends the backhand right on net, and that gets right in between the blocker and the pad of Foley. And man, Riggio doing an incredible job here.
The Panthers with their first lead of the afternoon. And now they'll get to play from ahead. That is one thing for this team. They fall behind early quite frequently, but their record 3-2, they're not afraid to play from behind. It's worked out for them so far.
No, absolutely. This team has done an incredible job here in their inaugural season. And if you're looking at these last couple of games, how it has been for this D3 team, it's going to look like another game with a lot of goals here.
Here's a chance for a breakaway, but Pageant makes it a play with the stick, breaking it up. And Pageant makes a play along the end boards to tie up Kilfoyle, who falls to the ice. And McGuigan will pick it back up in the defensive end. Rauch, a strong play to deflect it in, nobody there. 5 minutes left in the period now. Turner in on the forecheck. Over the head of Tanner Ripley, but picking it back up is Schleidner, looking for Lindauer on the D-to-D. Rauch deflects it ahead to himself. Rauch is shattered into the boards, and the glass just broke right on the near side. Oh my goodness. We are going to have a pretty lengthy delay here. Oh my.
Wow. I mean, that's something you don't see every day.
That, I can honestly say I've never seen that one here. That is going to take quite a bit to clean up. Noah Rauch got shouldered into the boards. He went almost fully horizontal, parallel with the ice. And there were a couple of fans down there in the splash zone that they might have taken the worst of that.
Yeah, Noah Rauch literally walking off like nothing happened to him, and you see just the glass being absolutely shattered, and from the angle that we have it, it's all everywhere. So we'll see what happens here as we have quite a lengthy delay.
We're going to take a brief break while we get things figured out here, and we'll be right back with an update. 2-1 Panthers with 4:55 left to go in the first when we come back. Well, we are back here in Greensboro. They have completely cleaned up all the broken glass on the ice, or at least they're working on it, and they also have brought out a new pane of glass. Both teams have gone to their locker rooms. 4:55 left in the first, but I'm joined by Hunter Arsenault, the captain of the High Point University Panthers, one of the two captains. And Hunter, I mean, I've never seen that happen here before.
Yeah, and I've been here for 3 years and played countless games, practices in here, and I have also never seen that. They just got here, and the first thing I saw was broken glass. That is absurd to me. That was crazy. I've only seen it in videos. I've never seen it in person before. So.
That's the first time I've seen a pane like get a crack in it before, but
yeah.
Shattering is crazy. But
yeah, that was something I don't think I'll ever see again.
Yeah, maybe not. But we've got a pretty good crowd up here. A lot of the D2 guys showing out to support the D3 team today.
Of course, yeah.
So
yeah, we came in numbers today to support our team, get all the boys riled up and everything, and I'm glad they're putting on a performance here.
Love the camaraderie. A couple of the top liners for this squad getting on the board early. Nate Evangelista and Joey Riggio on the backhand for the lead. But I mean, this game is big for the Panthers today, and then another big one tomorrow morning right back here as ECU comes to town.
Yeah, we have the big pink out game tomorrow. Jerseys came in and everything, so the whole team's very excited about that.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned that too much yet, but yeah, there are going to be special pink uniforms tomorrow. Very excited about those. We'll get to see those tomorrow morning before we get on the ice. But yeah, very excited for that. And that's not necessarily it's not a conference game, but that's basically a rivalry game.
Oh,
right?
Of course, yes. Especially with having two coaches, former ECU players on the bench with us. It's a big game for them too. Last year we didn't come out with the victory, but I know this year we're looking to get back at them and just take it to them, and that's the biggest thing. We're all preparing for this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow.
Yeah, and for the Panthers, I mean, just coming off of that big win against Penn State Harrisburg last weekend, you've got to be rolling at this point, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, practice this week was amazing. Like, high intensity, high value, everything was going good, and we're just getting ready for ECU. Kind of sucks we couldn't have played Duke Friday night, but
it is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Stuff happens.
So, and it's got to be a big momentum booster, or a morale booster, I should say. Dakota Johnson coming back tomorrow for his first time on the ice in over a year.
And yeah, and he's been looking great in practice. High intensity. He's been moving like I haven't seen him move before, and it's great to see that he's ready to play, especially in a game like this, to get his feet back. Because ECU is going to be a really tough team.
They're going to come ready to play for sure.
Of course they are, and they always have been against us. So I'm excited to see what he can do in this game, and I'm thrilled that he's going to be playing with us.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to watch that. But it looks like the delay may be coming to a conclusion sooner rather than later once we get a new pane of glass in. They've cleaned up everything else. Hunter, I really appreciate you coming on. We'll take another quick break, and when we come back, we will resume the first period here in Greensboro. Okay, so we are back at the Greensboro Ice House, and they have put a wooden pane or a panel in where the window was, where the glass shattered. So this is acting as the first intermission, as you can see the Zamboni going by. They are cutting the ice, so when we come back, they'll play the remainder of the 4 minutes and 55 seconds that were left in the first period, and then they will take a brief break, a timeout at the bench, as they would if overtime were about to start, something of that nature, and then they'll play the second period. So we'll take a break while they cut the ice and then come back for the remainder of the first period. And we're back after a very, very lengthy delay at the Greensboro Ice House. We have finally resumed play, or we're about to at least, between the High Point University Panthers and the Elon Phoenix after a pane of glass shattered on the near side in the neutral zone following a hit that Noah Rauch took. And one thing we didn't say, but the most impressive part about that play really was that Rauch went full horizontal to the ice, completely parallel. The pane of glass shatters. He gets up, doesn't miss a beat, just skates off like nothing happened. But Ben, I mean, this is going to be a really big test for both teams. I mean, it was almost 2 full intermissions, so we'll see what happens here. There's 4:55 left in the first, and then we'll head into the second, but this is going to be really, really interesting to see how both teams respond to this.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see, because when you're in the moment of the game, your energy's high, and then something like that happens, you have to step away from the game, like you mentioned, for almost 2 intermissions length of the game. And 40 minutes just sitting in the bench talking. We'll see what they can do, both teams, if they're going to have tired legs, if they're going to be more energetic. But as both teams take the ice here, we'll see how this impacts both the Panthers and the Phoenix.
And you can see the officials just checking out, making sure that that wooden panel that they've used, they tried at least 3 different panes of glass and none of them would go. So they opted for the wooden panel, and that's where we're at now. So that could be a storyline as this goes forward, but we're underway for the remainder of the first period. The goal scorers so far 10 seconds into the game. On the very first shift, Ben Rosenthal scored for the Phoenix, and then as a response, just a couple minutes later, Nate Evangelista got his 3rd of the year, and Joey Riggio netted his 5th of the year on the backhand, and that is the difference maker at this point. Here are the Phoenix in the offensive zone, able to keep just briefly as Marchiota was trying to break out. Here's a chance in the slot, and they score! Danny Heslin snipes it top shelf, and it ties the game at 2. So they scored right on the first shift at the beginning of the first period, and then they score on the first shift of the resumed version of the first period.
Yes, right there. Danny Heslin making a great couple of moves, regaining the puck after that tip from Marchiota. And Heslin makes a nice little back and forth, dangles through the defense, and then bottle knocks the top of the goal as the bottle goes flying of Zach Podolsky. And Podolsky got to find his rhythm again like he had. Like you mentioned, it was that first couple of seconds, and then he looked pretty good after that, so we'll see what he can do here.
Well, maybe he can do that again. And shots on goal now 16-7 in favor of the Phoenix, and this game tied at 2. Podolsky led in the first one he saw and then saved 14 consecutive. Chairman in the defensive end sends it ahead. Pageant intercepts, gets it to Rauch. McGoigan on the blue line, picks it up. Finds Pageant on the far wall. Back to McGoigan. Has options, tried to find Pearl, and Pearl couldn't get a touch on it, so it's icing against the Panthers.
Same line that was out there when the glass broke. This line has created some decent chances with Rauch, Sanderson, and Pearl. And we'll see if they can get on the board here, one of the 3 of them. They're all looking for it.
Sanderson can't win the faceoff. A shot from the blue line goes wide. Rebound chance sent wide as well. Rauch slaps it to the boards for himself in the corner. He'll keep it moving. Pageant, his pass intercepted to the slot, and Kilfoyle couldn't get a look at that chance. Rauch along the wall with McGoigan trying to tie up Kilfoyle. Sent down low to Ponick, back to Kilfoyle. Ponick picks it back, sent to Kilfoyle, and Podolsky a nice save there. Ponick to the slot, now the high slot. Ponick still with possession. Pearl intercepts it and sends it into the high point bench, and then 2 Phoenix players collide with each other, and they both hit the ice there. That was a dangerous looking play as 2 of them two of the Phoenix, their skates connected or something. I didn't catch it, but I saw both of them tumble to the ice. But the High Point Panthers able to get a change off there, Ben.
Yeah, and that was really important. They had been on the ice for a very long time, and
especially after the icing.
yeah, absolutely.
As we've got another one here.
This one not as costly. These guys just got on the ice, but still, when you're looking at that last shift, they did look tired out there on the defensive side of the puck. So it's good to see they got out there off the ice without too many dangerous chances there that couldn't be saved by Zach Podolsky.
2:42 left in the first. Defensive zone draw for the Panthers. Tanner Ripley can't win it. Sent down low by Ron Holm. Ripley charging in, breaks up that play behind the net of Podolsky. Ripley sends it ahead to Brown, who finds Davis Turner, and he gets the red line, sends it in. Strong play by the Texan Tank. Turner in the corner, shoves his man to the ice and takes it back. Gets it to Alex Brown. Brown sending it to the slot for Ripley, who couldn't put it home. Lindauer keeps it the blue. Lindauer fires a shot over the crossbar. That one just missed the connector by a couple of inches. Brown to Ripley. Ripley looking for Turner. And it's intercepted by the Phoenix, and they'll come the other way. There's a centering pass, and it's too far out in front of Nickel. Otherwise, he had a great chance to get one on the board that would have been the go-ahead goal. Brown ahead to Turner, has Schleibner to his left. Instead, he'll send it in and get off for a line change.
Smart dump there.
The Phoenix bring it in onside. Dermody sends a shot on to Podolsky, who holds on.
That was a high IQ play there by Davis Turner, getting that puck in the blue zone, allowing for all of his teammates to get a line change other than Schleiner. And that was a high IQ play that led to some good defensive plays there for the Panthers.
Evangelista wins the draw to Fedorov, who's one of the alternate captains for this team. Fedorov, Sanderson, and Pearl, all three wearing A's. No captains on the D3 Panthers team, only alternates. And a wrap chance there for the Phoenix. Podolsky, a good job to seal the post. And the Phoenix will get it back. That was Esworthy, who turned it over to Ismaili, who got it back to Esworthy unintentionally. Able to get a deflection on it was Karnavas. Fedorov to Ismaili. Along the boards, Ismaili putting in work to try to get it out. Instead, it's picked back up by Nickel, and Riggio will dump it around. Excuse me, that's Evangelista. Riggio working hard on the forecheck with Marchiota. Pass goes through the legs of Evangelista, and Roselli will carry it in until Ismaili broke it up. Ismaili ahead to Marchiota. It's intercepted by Chairman. Big hit by Fedorov right there on the glass, and a turnover by the Phoenix. Finds it with Ismaili yet again. Keeping it at the blue, though, Elon. Marchiota is shoved to the ice. He'll get back up, still with possession, and carry it across the red line. Marchiota couldn't dangle all the way in. Fluttering puck finds its way to Pageant at the blue line, who sends it in. 6 seconds left in the period until we'll have a brief break. That's gloved by Pageant at center ice, sent towards the net, and a blocker save as the horn sounds by Foley, and that'll do it for the first. And so we'll have a 1 minute timeout, so to speak, before we're right back here for the start of the second after that weird, lengthy break with the glass breaking. And Elon, some of their players are just gonna, well, they were circulating at center ice, but they're heading to the bench now. This is a really interesting situation here, Ben. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, you never see that. It's something that you don't see every day. So, though it was cool, you have to have some precautions there at the end. And now this odd little break as both teams will switch sides and not have as much of a time to catch their breath. But we'll see if this little break impacts anything for the Panthers and the Phoenix, or they'll just not skip a beat, and maybe that won't mean a thing. But obviously something weird and something different. So just an unusual day here for the Panthers and the Phoenix.
That's definitely one way to put it, for sure.
Yeah. As this next period, for say, gets started, one thing that I recognize is both teams playing that north to south hockey that you mentioned in the first period. A lot of neutral zone play, turnovers going back and forth with one another. We'll see if that keeps up here in the second period.
For the start of the second, a shot rocketed over the crossbar by the Phoenix. Panthers have not been super successful in the face-off circle today. They'll want to change that as this game goes along. Pageant, a nice toe drag to get it to the blue line, but no further. The Phoenix keep it in. Vitka picks it up in the defensive end. Off the wall to Pearl, who can't chip it out. But a good play by Sanderson. Rauch tried to touch it back to him, but in come the Phoenix. Olofsson sends a backhander onto Podolsky, who holds on and stops it for a face-off. And we'll hold on. That's a nice bounce-back play from Podolsky, because each of the previous two times when we've had stoppages, or to start the game, Podolsky let in the first shot that he saw, the first shot of the game for the Phoenix, and then the first shot back from the first quote-unquote intermission. But he stops that one to start the second.
Yeah, good backhand look there from the Phoenix, but Podolsky gets right in front of that one. No contest.
DeFalco, a nice job to block the shot, send it up into the netting and out of play. DeFalco, Ripley, and Brown, the line on the ice right now. Ripley able to win the faceoff back to Lindauer, who slaps it around the end boards for Brown. Brown, a junior and a forward, he is yet to record his first regular season point as a Panther in his junior season. He played sparingly last year, but he played in 10 games 2 years ago. No regular season points, but he did record a goal in the ACCHL playoffs last season in the win against the Naval Academy. Alex Brown, 16 career games played, no points, but at one point in one career playoff game played, he had a point per game pace.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good numbers if you're looking at playoffs, so maybe the Panthers might need to use him a little more in the playoffs this year.
Here's a chance to the slot. Rebound picked up and a good stick check by Lindauer to send it all the way out of the zone. Lindauer in high on the forecheck too. Getting by him is Moley, but Alex Brown creates a takeaway. McGuigan sending it to the red line for Ripley, intercepted there by Murphy. Across the blue line and up into the air, Ripley bats it down to the ice on the backhand. Ahead, looking for Brown. It's out of his reach, and the Panthers will get a line change off.
Panthers doing strong on the forecheck here.
And icing against the Phoenix, and that will give the Panthers a good opportunity here, as they had just gotten their first line of forwards off. Evangelista, Marchiota, and Riggio are on the ice, and so they'll have to win this face-off so they can take advantage of some tired legs for the Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely, and that all comes from their strong forechecking, not allowing Elon to have any great open passes and forcing an icing there, and the Panthers fortunately lose that draw, but unable to get a line change.
Schleibner bats it back into the zone from the neutral, and Nickel will carry all the way in. Here's a drop pass, and what a snipe by Kilfoyle to get the goal and regain the lead for the Phoenix. It's 3-2.
That's a great little drop pass there, cutting across, not allowing the Panthers to see where that puck was. Drop pass and another bottle buster there. Just knocks, just a great snipe there on the up. And Podolsky got to recover after letting in one like that.
Evangelista able to win the draw to Riggio, who gets it high and hard off the glass, but it's taken back to the ice by Bruner. Dermody brings it in. Dermody to the backhand, and his shot was deflected up over the net. Pageant takes it away, but turned it over. Dermody gets it back on the far side. Dermody tried to center. Pageant broke it up. Marchiota sends it to the corner and flicks it to the near side now. Past Riggio, shot in front, and Podolsky makes the save with the pads, dropping down to the butterfly. Pass behind the net and a shot goes wide. That was a good chance in the slot for Russo. Marchiota is sealed up against the boards. Pageant, what a move to get it out of the zone, and Vitka will pick it up in the defensive end and try to start the breakout. Vitka sends it to Riggio, throws a reverse hit after getting it into the zone. Pass fanned on, a clearance attempt for the Phoenix and Rose. Evangelista cross-ice pass for Riggio, broken up. Riggio shoved to the corner. Evangelista comes in, working the shovel, trying to dig it out. Riggio couldn't get it to Marchiota. Evangelista, a bad angle there, and Dermody will take it away. Big hit by Riggio onto Dermody, but he's the one who goes flying to the ice. There's a shot that goes just wide of Podolski's net. Riggio, touch pass to nobody in particular, and it's picked off by the Phoenix, but Riggio, a good play to get it back. Sends it to the far side corner. Here's a stretch pass all the way in, and a save by Podolski with the shoulder on the shot by Russo.
Caught the Panthers in a line change, but good recovery there from Zach Podolski.
The Phoenix take a penalty here. Extra attacker soon to come out for the Panthers. Sanderson, a quick shot. And the power play coming up for High Point, their first of the afternoon.
Yeah.
We'll see what it's going to end up being. It looks like it's Russo. It's going to be 2 for roughing against the forward, and so the Panther power play will get a chance to work.
Yeah, the Panther power play was pretty solid the last game against ODU, having 3 goals in just as many power play opportunities, I believe. But the Panthers have been very good on the power play, and we'll see if they can even it back up here.
2 minutes for roughing to Russo. Blue line pass for Ismai's broken up, and it's a breakaway. Here comes Rosenthal, and he scores! He goes bar down on the shorthanded breakaway, and it's 4-2 Elon.
Yeah, when you get a good defensive play like that, you have a fast stick, allows for the breakaway to happen and makes a move there, catches Podolski off guard, and like you said, goes bar down on a nice little shot there.
An unassisted goal for Rosenthal, his second of the game. And it's the largest lead of the afternoon for Elon. Panthers still with 1:46 left on this man advantage to try to cut the lead in half and back down to 1. Evangelista couldn't win the draw. Lindauer, Fedorov, Evangelista, Marchiota, and Riggio, the 5 on the ice for the power play. And that one sent up into the netting by the Elon killer. That was Rosenthal who just scored the goal. And so this will be a neutral zone draw on the Panthers' half of the ice. Offensive half, I should say.
Yeah, if you're the Panthers, you want to get your power play enough time to set up. So we'll see if they can get this inside the offensive zone and give it a chance to really develop.
Fedorov carries it in. Fedorov in the corner, puts on the brakes, cycled it down low for Evangelista, who was tied up. Lindauer slaps it. Was trying to get it back to that corner where it had come from, but Fedorov had vacated, and it's sent down by the Phoenix. Podolski with the stick will leave it. And they'll say that the puck was played with a high stick on the clearance attempt. And so it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Panthers. That's a bad break.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you have an opportunity there to get down the ice and another rush there for the Panthers, but you can't get it because it's called for an unfortunate high stick. We'll see if the Panthers can get out of their defensive zone and gain any sort of momentum here.
Behind the net, Kilfoyle, who has a goal in this period. Centers it, one-timer, rocketed wide. That was a great opportunity, shorthanded for Russell Erb, who's on all fours in the corner as Evangelista comes away with the puck. Evangelista to Riggio, and the pass intended for Evangelista on the return was intercepted. Lindauer will carry it in. Lindauer looking for Evangelista to the slot, his shot wide. High and hard off the glass, and it's going to be another breakaway. This time it's Erb. Fedoriv on the back check, and a save made by Podolsky. Great back check from Fedoriv to cut off the angle for Russell Erb, who was tired. He'd been on the ice for a while.
Yeah, when you only have one shot, and one opportunity to really just find an angle, it's a much easier save there for Podolsky.
There's another shot wide by Chairman. 5 seconds left on the power play. Here comes Riggio. Riggio sent to the corner, everything being kept to the outside well by the Elon penalty kill as we're back to 5-on-5. To the high slot, Evangelista fires a shot, easily gloved, and keeping the puck moving is Foley. Near boards, backhand pass out of the zone. Pageant there to intercept at the red, and a nice drag to the backhand. But he sends it right back, and now it's a one-on-one for the Phoenix. As charging in, and a good back check there as Dermody was trying to get by Schleibner, but couldn't do so. Dermody picks it back up to the blue line, looking for Ronholm. Return feed to Dermody. He keeps it moving down low for Russo, who gets tied up by Ripley. There's a big hit in the corner, and the Phoenix are going to take another penalty here, and they'll touch it up. Schleibner got rocked in the corner, and it's going to be another roughing call against the Elon Phoenix. So while that last power play for the High Point didn't do anything, they've got another chance here.
Yeah, this Panthers power play has got to create something. I think that they need to get set up a little bit better, though the Elon penalty killers did do a great job of not allowing the Panthers to set up. I think that's a pivotal moment in this game, and just a pivotal moment in their power play is able to get set up. So we'll see if they can get something going here, set up, and have their power play, which has been incredible so far this season, see if they can put another goal in the back of the net.
Sanderson wins the faceoff to Ripley, up top for Pageant. Pageant back to Ripley on the wall. Ripley drags to the backhand, takes it down low, keeps it moving to the near corner. Ripley couldn't find the puck there, and now a scrum for it in the corner. Pearl digs it out, centered it, looking for Sanderson, but he was not in the right area to pick up that puck, and getting by Pageant. What a move by Heslin. He'll carry in. Heslin's shot, saved by Podolsky. And now Pageant will come right back the other way. His pass for Pearl is on the mark. Pearl waiting for reinforcements. Minute 22 left on the power play. Pearl backhands it down low for Ripley. Ripley tried to center for Sanderson. It's broken up. Pageant picks it up at the top of the circles. Pageant dances to the blue, no further. And Pearl couldn't keep it in the zone. It's dumped out by Rosenthal. Podolsky will leave it for Pageant. Fakes the pass to Fedoriv. And he'll start the breakout again. Power play halfway over. Evangelista tried to chip it off the boards to himself, and does. Evangelista dragging all the way in. He's sealed off there by Ronholm, and it's dumped out by the Phoenix yet again. Uneventful power play so far for the Panthers. Marchiota doing good work trying to depossess Kilfoyle, and it's sent out of the zone inadvertently by Olofsson. Marchiota trying to drag to the red line, and it's sticked it back into the zone by Kilfoyle. Fedoriv to the blue line, slaps it ahead, looking for Riggio, and it goes through the legs of both Riggio and Olofsson as we're about halfway through the second. And this puck went out of play into the Panthers bench, so a face-off coming with 10 seconds left in the Panther power play, and it's not looked great so far today, Ben.
No, it hasn't. Not anything like it did last week against ODU. The Panther power play hasn't been able to get set up at all. A lot of guys crossing paths with one another and not giving each other enough space there, but credit to this Elon penalty kill. They've been doing great work and not allowing the Panthers to really get any opportunity at all.
Panthers officially 0 for 2 on the power play, as now here's a chance for the Phoenix, and Podolsky save, rebound chance, they score. Jack Dermody getting on the board, and it's 5-2 Elon.
Yeah, just an amazing rebound there that was just laid up on a silver platter as Dermody took the first shot, gets his own rebound, and then puts one in the back of the net there. And Podolsky not doing great on the rebound control there, but does give one on a silver platter to Dermody, and Dermody puts one in the back of the net, and that's a good goal.
Well, it was a difficult first save, and it was impressive that Podolsky was able to make the first save. The second one, you can't really ask much.
Right.
So 11:03 left to go in the second period. 5-2 Elon the score now. Panthers led 2-1, and since then it has been all Elon. 4 unanswered goals for the Phoenix since we came back from that break where the glass shattered with 4:55 left to go in the first. And it has been an onslaught from the Phoenix ever since then.
Yeah, and you don't want to say it was because of that, but the Elon Phoenix found second wind during that break, and though they have done something great here in this period, got to think back to what it was in the first.
Ismaili ahead to Sanderson. He's sent to the boards. Strong play by Sam Chairman. Pearl in hard on the forecheck. That's one of the areas of his game where he is most successful and talented is Pearl on the forecheck. He is a grinder along the boards. Here's a chance for the Phoenix and a shot blocked. Rebound. Oh, Podolsky, a kick save. What a save with the pad by the Panther netminder.
Yeah, I mean, that play, I didn't even know where the puck was myself.
Podolsky did, though, and he makes another save there. Schleibner will carry it out. What a chip and chase play by Schleibner to get it into the zone. And it forces Foley out of his crease to play it with the stick. Brown gets it right back behind Foley's net as we approach the halfway point of the second. Turner couldn't get it on his blade. Now a 2-on-1. Drop pass and a one-timer. Saved by Podolsky. He made another save, 2 on the rebound. Ismaili dodges a hit. Turner ahead to Brown. Turner got the drop pass from Brown. It's off the mark, though, and Brown couldn't lift the stick to keep the zone. Brown, a big hit there at the blue line. And Turner sits a man down, too. Physicality picking up here in the second. Nice drag and another play as Molly hits the deck. Lindauer ahead to Brown and Turner. Turner shouldered into the glass, and Brown inadvertently deflects this one into the Phoenix bench. The hits picking up here in the second, Ben.
Yeah, those are 2 of the bigger hits that I've ever witnessed in person, and just one happening right after the other. Hopefully this High Point team can get fired up from those and have a little bit of fire built under them. So we'll see what they can do here. 10 minutes left, just under 10 minutes left in the second period.
Evangelista able to win the face-off to Pageant. Finds Riggio on the near boards. Touch pass ahead to Marchiota. Off of his tape. Evangelista sends it into the zone for Riggio. It's batted right back out, but Riggio able to bat it to the corner for himself. Riggio sends one on goal from the corner. Off the skate of an official. Marchiota on the backhand. A saucer for Riggio, but it's off the mark. Marchiota leaves it for Pageant ahead to Riggio, who dumps it in. Foley sticks it aside to the near wall. Marchiota digs it and backhands it. And it's picked up by P.D. Olofsson. Ahead of Evangelista, Pageant unable to get there too. And a backhander by Podolsky was nearly intercepted by an oncoming forward. That's Ethan Potash for the Phoenix, and Marchiota will carry in. He's at the end of his shift, so a bit tired. Pass ahead, could create a break. In comes Rosenthal. Rosenthal drops it for Heslin. His shot, stick save, Podolsky. As Heslin was trying to go 5-hole, but Podolsky able to keep it out.
Podolsky doing a great job on these last couple of saves. Really just found the puck very well and really just been able to cover it up. Though the Elon Phoenix have had a lot of great chances here in this period. I think that their down the ice passing has been much better than it was in the first. They've been able to send it from one side of their defensive zone into the offensive zone of the Panthers. So
Elon,
credit to them where it's due.
You're right. They've been much better at East-West hockey in this once we came back for that elongated second period.
Yes.
Rauch trying to center it, couldn't. And McGuigan keeps it at the blue line, but then turns it over. Pearl intercepts that pass, trying to lift the stick, and Pearl will win the battle there. Backhands it to the corner.
Can't ask
Sent
for
around
much more
and
there.
kept at the blue by Fedorov, who slaps it right back towards Sanderson. But getting by Fedorov, here comes Herb on a 2-on-1. Herb to Heslin, back to Herb! And Podolsky was there to seal the post, but no shot on goal there anyway. Herb sticks one towards Podolsky, and he sticked it to the corner. Nice move to the backhand and I think he was trying to load up the Michigan, Ben Rosenthal. He fights off a hit from Fedorov, and a centering pass for Erb is off the mark. Taking a big hit there is Rauch. And in the defensive end, the Elon Phoenix will load up. Rose to the far wall for Ronholm, intercepted by Ripley, sticked it down low for Evangelista. Ripley throws a hit there, interception by McGuigan, and the Phoenix were offside as McGuigan got it out of the zone just enough to force a whistle.
Yeah, this forecheck for the Panthers has been able to create a lot of opportunities. You saw right there, Tanner Ripley almost getting that one down to Evangelista, and like in the first, or the former forecheck, you had Tim Pearl just fighting for the puck and having an opening there for the Panther to go and get it, though they couldn't. But there's been a lot of opportunities for smaller numbers there from the forecheck of the Panthers.
Moley dragging it all the way in, gets by Schleibner, but a hit from Schleibner forces him to the corner. Intercepted up top by Evangelista. Batted out of the air by Evangelista, drops it for Riggio. Potential numbers here for High Point. Riggio at the circles, his shot right into the glove of Foley, and that's the first time he's been tested in quite a while, but he stood up to the task.
Yeah, good glove save there. You never know where it's going to go with Joey Riggio, just being able to put it where he wants, but good save there.
Riggio earlier notched his 5th goal of the year in just 6 games. He also got his first assist of the season, so he's now on a point-per-game place, and there's a massive hit on the Marchiota. He went up high, and this may be a 5.
I mean, that hand went up immediately.
Marchiota, his helmet coming up after the play as well. He's heading to the bench, and he didn't like that hit one bit.
Absolutely not.
We'll see how many minutes go up on the board. It's roughing, and it's Sam Chairman. It's only a 2-minute penalty, and I think that's the right call, but still, I mean, what a hit that was.
Yeah, you go high.
It's hard not to come up high. I mean, Marchiota's a small guy,
right,
but that's still the nature of the penalty. You can't control the height of the other player, but you have to control your body as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you have a hockey stick that can cause so much damage to someone, you want to make sure that there's as little contact up high as possible.
Of course. Here's a chance for Lindauer, and a shot blocked. Lindauer tried to stick it to the corner. Lindauer seals the boards. Getting by Pearl is Moley. Dermody picks it up. Lindauer off the boards for Vitka. Weird bounce off the stanchion. Vitka back to Lindauer. Ahead to Sanderson. Pearl had his stick knocked away from him. Now here's a shorthanded break for Dermody. Dermody in the corner, trying to muscle by, sent up high, and a wrist shot was blocked in front by Lindauer. The Elon penalty kill has looked really good so far today, as there's another chance for the Phoenix that gets sent wide.
And they haven't only looked good defensively, but offensively.
Well, Vitka, here he comes, his shot saved. And Foley will hold on to it. Looked like he might have wanted to keep that moving. But he holds on. 5:23 left to go in the second. 57 seconds left on this power play. And Riggio, Evangelista, and Ripley will come out, as well as McGuigan and Schleibner. Ripley able to win the draw. Evangelista slap shot over the crossbar. Good set play there for the Panther forwards. McGuigan taking it to the slot, drops for Ripley, and his shot rocketed wide. Schleibner turns back, sends it to Evangelista at the blue line. Wanted McGuigan, instead Riggio is there. McGuigan thought he was going to get the pass from Riggio, but Ripley picks it up on the cycle. Schleibner races over to keep the zone and does not. It just barely leaked over the line. Ripley opts not to touch it wisely, as they might have called that intentional offside. And the Phoenix will come the other way. And Riggio threw a hit right there at the penalty box onto Rosenthal, and the door came open. So a stoppage there in the neutral zone. The penalty box door came open. And we'll have a stoppage and a face-off right in front of that penalty box door.
I mean, this game and the glass don't really have a great history, as they're taking the glass off of the penalty box right now.
Yeah, you can see them at the very top of your frame. And they had to take the pane of glass out right there at the penalty box. Such an odd play. I mean, we've been calling games here for years, Ben. I've never seen anything have to change with the glass until today, and now it's happened twice in the same game.
I mean, that's very interesting, but both teams this one doesn't seem to affect the game
Thank
as
goodness.
much as the last one.
Thank goodness.
We'd be sitting here for another 45 minutes, but
I might have to go get some food if that was how that was going to shape out, Ben. I'm going to be honest with you.
yeah, absolutely. Might need some coffee because we might be
Right,
here a little
right.
late.
Sent down low by the Phoenix. Schleibner still on the power play for the next 10 seconds, excuse me, are the Panthers. McGuigan in the corner. Braces for a hit from Rosenthal. It does end up coming. McGuigan is going to go to the box here, I believe. Here's a chance to the slot, and Podolsky able to hold on. That's a huge save for the Panthers. This is a tripping call coming up as the power play ends, so it will now be a 2-minute power play for the Phoenix. But that's a huge save for Podolsky, because if you score on the power, if you score with the delayed penalty, you still get the power play. So that save is massive. It saves the Panthers from being another goal down and then having a power play to kill to boot.
Yeah, Podolsky allowing the Panthers not to dig themselves into a deeper hole, but now they've got a shallower hole to get out of. And the Panthers looking to kill off this penalty, which their penalty kill has done great so far, being 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. So we'll see what they can do here on this third penalty kill.
DeFalco, the odd man out, as the Panthers had 5 on the ice. He'll go to the bench. The 4-man kill unit will be Alex Brown, Cam Sanderson, Aiden Padgett, and Steven Ismali. Esworthy sends it ahead to Kilfoyle. Padgett throws a hit along the glass. There's a cross-ice pass, touch back. Oh, that was a great play, but Nickel couldn't clean it up on the back end of that play. A smart pass of the touch variety by Jack Dermody. Dermody sending it down low as Molly deflected it, but kicking it to himself as Esworthy at the blue line. The captain fires it down low. Dermody back to Esworthy, who will dance at the high slot. Sends it to Dermody, fakes a slap shot. Podolsky kick save, rebound comes free, and they'll blow the whistle as Podolsky was able to cover that up. 3:26 left in the second.
Yeah, the Phoenix looking for a little pad pass there to allow the rebound to come off of Podolsky, but Podolsky does a great job controlling that rebound, keeping it right in front of him, and is able to get the glove there before anyone else can. One thing to note here about this special teams for the Panthers, I had the opportunity to talk to Tanner Ripley, one of the players on the D3 team, and he talked to me a little bit about practice, and they have been trying out new special team lines for both the penalty kill and the power play. So that's one thing to note about this Panthers team.
Well, the kill has looked good so far, at least. Another save there for Podolsky. This shot blocked in front, so doesn't have to make a save there. Rosenthal trying to dance around Pearl, but can't. Pearl, a strong play on the kill to chip it out.
Yeah, Pearl does a great job there fighting for the puck and using his just aggressiveness to get it outside of their offensive zone.
Foley with no trapezoid rule, sticks it along for his teammate. Here comes Olofsson. At the top of the circles, takes a shot and sends it wide of the crease. 27 seconds left on the power play. Man advantage setting up. There's a touch pass and a good chance for Olofsson, but he sent it wide. Dancing to the slot, cross ice pass, one-timer fanned on. A good block there by Lindauer, who slashed a Phoenix stick up into the air. One-timer there, and Podolsky makes a save. Lindauer lucky that he didn't get called for a penalty there. Officials didn't see it.
Yeah, when that stick went like 8 feet in the air, I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't see and call something, but good break there for the Panthers as they're about to get back onto even strength here in about 3 seconds.
It is 3 seconds remaining on the power play for the Phoenix. 2:22, all twos left on the clock in the second. There's a deflection in front, and Podolsky will dive on top of that and make the stop. Only a couple seconds tick off the clock there, but we're officially back to 5-on-5, so both teams still a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. The only difference is the Phoenix have a shorthanded goal to their tally of their 5 tonight. Up to the blue line, and it will be sent deep by Moley. Intercepted there by Lindauer. He falls to the ice, looks for a call, not going to get one. Lindauer thought he had been tripped up, as there's now 2 minutes to go in the period. Dancing by Ripley was Heslin. Clearance attempt intercepted by Chairman, and now Evangelista gets it to Riggio, who's got a one-on-one. Riggio at the dot, his shot over the crossbar, there was room there. Evangelista's slap shot was partially fanned on, tried to get it back for Ripley, who seems to have taken Marchiotta's spot on this line once Marchiotta took that hit. Ripley inadvertently made the stop with his skate, and Davis Turner, who had just come onto the ice in his place, slaps it in. 1:23 left to go in the period as the Phoenix try to break out. Roselli sends it deep. Vitka is there, sends it to the half wall. The bounce does clear the zone, and the Phoenix will have to touch up. So Schleibner on the far wall will take it to the defensive slot and all the way to the red line and out. Schleibner carries it in. Schleibner tried to go coast to coast, but his shot over the mark. There's a deflection by Turner as we're under a minute to play, and a fluttering puck was sticked out of the air. What a save that was by Foley to prevent Davis Turner from getting his first goal of the season. Pass ahead is intercepted by Schleibner. 40 seconds left in the second. Brown to McGuigan, looking for Rauch. Rauch throws a hit there right in front of the spot where he took that hit that caused the glass to shatter. And under 30 seconds left in the period. Brown dodges a hit. The Phoenix fired in, but they're offside. Last chance for the Panthers here. McGuigan trying to start the breakout, sends it to Rauch, who fires it back to Schleibner with 10 seconds left. Schleibner dancing in the corner, he'll draw a penalty. And with 2.7 left, the Panthers will get an offensive zone draw as Bruner's gonna go to the box for a trip. So while the Panther power play hasn't looked great so far, you'll never turn down an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And though you only have 2.7 seconds left here in this period, you have an opportunity to regroup in the locker room after this period and maybe have a chance to switch something up on the power play if coach really doesn't like it. But we'll see what they can do here as we walk into the next period, unless they get a miracle of a shot here with 2.7 seconds.
You have enough time here to win it back for a one-timer. Panthers have 6 on the ice. They've pulled the goalie, so it's a brief 2-man advantage. Pearl wins it back, but he's on his offside. Can't get it in a one-timer position, and that'll do it for the second. And the Panthers will have 1 minute and 57 seconds of power play time when we come back for the start of the third period. But after the pause that ended up being the first intermission caused by the glass shattering on the near side, 4 unanswered goals by the Phoenix, 1 in the first and 3 in the second, have put the Phoenix up on top. It's a 3-goal lead, 5-2 for Elon as we head into the third. And we're back to start the third period for the Panthers, and we've got a goalie switch in net for High Point. It is Steven DiFilippo. Zach Podolsky not only not on the ice, but he just now came out of the locker room for the first time, so good to see that. Cam Sanderson also has not left the locker room yet. Panthers are going to start the period with a power play, and there is a rumor that we may have a running clock here in the third period due to that delay, that lengthy delay in between the first and the second. There's a youth game after this one, and with it being, at the moment, out of hand with a 3-goal lead for Elon, we'll see what happens. But a power play goal for the Panthers could change that quickly. They're struggling to break in yet. Now Cam Sanderson is out of the locker room onto the bench, so we'll see how things go here. But DiFilippo in net, Podolsky out, and we have started the third. Panthers on the power play for the next minute and 17 seconds. Here's Ripley from Lindauer. Ripley will carry it in, who just turned 22 the other day.
As a sophomore.
As a sophomore, yes, that's crazy. If you're unfamiliar, which with this being the first D3 broadcast, you probably are, Tanner Ripley, his first year at High Point, a transfer from the University of Wyoming. He played 10 games at Wyoming and ended up tallying 2 goals and an assist during his time there for the Cowboys, the ACHA M2. But here comes Heslin, shorthanded, cross-ice pass, and fanning on the one-timer there was Olofsson, shorthanded. Fedorov will get it ahead to Riggio, who has Evangelista and Ripley. Riggio backhanded, and the save by Foley was sent to Evangelista, but Fedorov pinching in keeps the blue line. Power play almost up for the Panthers. Rouch charging in, tries to make a play on Kilfoyle, can't do so. Kilfoyle unable to get a shot off, getting around Sanderson. DiFilippo still waiting to make his first save. Kilfoyle sent it out, and the Phoenix are offside, as the power play has expired and we're back to 5-on-5, and it is a running clock in Greensboro, so the clock continuing to tick down as this period continues. But the power play now 0 for 4 for the Panthers. And that's an area, they scored 3 power play goals in their last game, Ben.
Yeah, and unfortunately this power play has just been much harder to watch if you're a fan of this Panthers team.
Here's a takeaway for Tim Pearl. He'll hesitate at the top of the circles and then send it down low. Thought he might have had a chance at a breakaway, but he didn't make the move. Sanderson sent it back to the corner for Pearl, trying to dig it away, sends one on goal from a negative angle and forces Foley to make a save.
Yeah, that's a great created chance there by Pearl, doing all that he can there, but just making the move. And though it was a smart idea to cut back and wait for reinforcements, just an unfortunate cutoff there, but great opportunity started all out by the forechecking of Tim Pearl.
There's a shot on from the blue line by Padgett and a pad save by Foley. Padgett will get it back, send it to the corner. Nobody home, though, for the Panthers. And this is sent down by the Phoenix, and it looks to be icing, and it is.
Yeah, the Panthers got to take a good opportunity here to keep the pressure up as they go into this icing call. They have some tired legs there by Elon, and if they want something to happen this game, they got to get it going fast.
Pearl behind the net, sends it out to Rouch. His one-timer rocketed wide. On the far wall, getting by Sanderson is Evan Kilfoyle, and sent out by the Phoenix, and it's not on goal. It's another icing by Elon.
Another icing means those legs are really tired. They have not been off for almost 2 minutes, not game clock, but just...
Well, at this point, game clock and actual time is the same thing, really.
True,
with it being a running clock.
Absolutely, so maybe, yeah, 2 minutes. So, tired legs here, good draw win.
There's a chance down low for Alex Brown. He couldn't do anything with it, though. Alex Vitka is playing up as a forward on this line with Ryan DeFalco and Alex Brown. So 3 listed defensemen on the ice. Oh, what a drag to the backhand. There's a chance. And a good first save for Steven DiFilippo on Dean Ponick. Wow, DiFilippo, what a chance to be your first one. I mean, a great play by Ponick to get that one in a dangerous area.
Yeah, absolutely, but DiFilippo not budging at all, so good save there from him.
Vitka taking the face off, unable to win it, but Brown sticks it to the wall for DeFalco. Lindauer leaves it for Brown, who sticks it ahead to DeFalco. Brown charging in, trying to throw a hit. His body ends up falling to the corner boards. Vitka cutting in, tried to center for Brown. There's a chance, and Brown just poked it wide. Backhand chance, rebound, and they score! Ryan DeFalco on the backhand goes top shelf, and it's 5-3.
Lots of rebound opportunities there, and DeFalco just being energetic. And
he's going to go to the box for the celly. Oh, my.
I mean, what a way to just have your first goal and then get sent right to the box if you're Ryan DeFalco.
With the nail Yakupov celly right by the Elon bench. Oh my, what a clip that's gonna be.
Absolutely. I mean, what a first one. Get a couple rebound opportunities there. Foley not being able to control, and DeFalco able to find it. Takes a backhand shot while Foley's down low and sends it up high, gets a good goal there, and skates his way right to the box.
Well, for all 3 players who ended up getting points on that, it's their first point of the year. It's DeFalco from Vitka and Alex Brown. So for Alex Brown, we were talking about it earlier, for all 3 of them, not only is it their first point of the year, but it's their first point of their careers. So a great play from that line right there.
Yeah,
good to see it from Alex Brown, too.
Yeah, the commentator's blessing.
That was a while ago, but sure. And Evangelista back to Ripley. Here's a chance. Ripley backhands it towards the net. Keep in mind a power play here for the Phoenix after the unsportsmanlike conduct from DeFalco. So the power play with a chance to operate for the Phoenix. And now just a 2-goal game. Their largest lead of the day cut from 3 down to 2. 3-on-2 chance, one-timer for Heslin, and DiFilippo made the save. By the way, the official line on Zach Podolsky is 40 minutes of time on ice, saved 30 of 35.
He got bombarded there in that second period.
That he did. There's a deflection that trickled towards DiFilippo, but it falls harmlessly to the corner with 12.5 to go. Still a running clock situation here. Olofsson rockets one from the blue line to the end boards. Picked back up by Heslin. Fires it to Olofsson. Return feed to Heslin, and his shot goes wide. Actually, no, a save by DiFilippo. The angle on it, I thought that it went to the end boards. Racing over to keep it in the zone is Chairman. Heslin will get it back. Sends it to the top of the circles. Olofsson, and a block by Tanner Ripley sends it out.
Yeah, the Panthers bench was loving that segment there from the penalty killers, and it was a great one.
Sent into the zone by the Phoenix power play. Schleibner is there, and we're back to 5-on-5 as DeFalco's out of the box. So the unsportsmanlike on the goal celebration doesn't end up coming to bite back the Panthers. And the Phoenix had 6 men on the ice, and they're going to get caught for it. 6 guys on the ice for Elon, and so a power play coming up for the Panthers.
Poor communication there from the Phoenix, and if you're the Panthers, you'll take that any day of the week. So good power play opportunity here. Let's see if Coach got them together and can make something happen here. First power play of this period, but still a running clock.
5-3 Phoenix. Ryan DeFalco, the most recent goal scorer for the Panthers, the first of his season. Joey Marchiotta has left the locker room and taken off his uniform, so he does not appear to be returning to this game. It's a big loss for the Panthers. Lindauer from Pearl, down low to Rouch, sent to the slot, backhand for Sanderson, a no-look shot, and it was a dangerous one. Pearl gets it to Sanderson down low. Sanderson on the backhand to Rouch. Off the end boards, was looking for Pearl. Nobody home on the back end, and now a stretch pass clears the zone. DiFilippo has to make a save. He'll cover it, and as Dermody wins the race, DiFilippo will be forced to melt it down. And precious seconds ticking away on the power play now with this running clock situation.
Yeah, I've liked the passing a little bit better from this Panthers power play here in this one, but when you have less time on the power play due to these dead pucks, it's a brutal beat here for the Panthers.
This power play has been the best looking one so far on the day, I think it's fair to say, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach got them some things to improve on, and they did.
And Evangelista fires a wrister onto Foley, who blockered it away, and then it's sent out of the zone into the netting. Looked like Moley was the guilty party there, into the netting.
I think there, one of the fans got hit in the face that was standing on a bench.
Yeah, they look to be okay. I mean, there's definitely a crowd over there. They're laughing it off over there, so good to see everybody's okay, but goodness, that's a dangerous situation. I don't think they'll be standing over there on that bench much longer.
Probably not.
Evangelista and Ripley help to intercept a clearance attempt. Still on the power play are the Panthers. Oh, what a drag there by Nickel to take it to the wall, and then a stretch pass out of the zone. On the kill, so no icing. Dermody tying up McGoigan along the boards. Sent out to Pageant, and he'll carry it away as the power play expires for the Panthers. Riggio carries it in. Riggio, what a drag to the backhand. His shot saved by Foley. Oh my goodness, what a move by Joey Riggio though.
Yeah, absolutely incredible moves there with the dangles, and then tries to channel his inner Sidney Crosby there with the backhand, but a good save there by Daniel Foley.
That was one of the better moves that I've seen so far this season. You could hear the collective oohs and ahs from the crowd as he moved in. Vitka still taking the face off here. He's got Turner and Brown on his wings. Turner taking the place of DeFalco, who just scored that goal a few minutes ago. There's a centering pass that goes through the blue paint, picked up at the blue line by Chairman, and he'll fire it in. Fedoriv shoulders off an oncoming Phoenix. Ismaili parked in front of DiFilippo's net, and that shot went wide. Turner putting in work along the walls. He'll throw a hit, and a retaliation coming up high on Turner. Elon will touch it up. And it is going to be Roselli going to the box for a cross check onto Davis Turner.
And there's another power play here for the Panthers. They've had 5 opportunities so far. Excuse me, 6 opportunities.
No, 5 now. This is going to be power play number 6. They're 0 for 5 on the power play. And the tough thing about this situation for High Point, and the beneficial thing for Elon, is that they can keep taking these penalties, but with the clock continuing to tick, these power plays are less and less effective for the Panthers just by the nature of the situation. They're getting the short end of the stick here as they try to mount this comeback.
Yeah, Elon can just kill as much time as possible, even with things such as icing.
Yeah, icings, penalties, every whistle is a good whistle for Elon at this point, because that's seconds that come off the clock that otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate for the Panthers here because they've had a lot of energy in this third period.
7 minutes left on the clock. That's not game time. Well, it is, but it's also real life 7 minutes as the running clock situation. And the Elon penalty kill just playing with their food at this point. The Panthers have yet to possess the puck on this power play, as now Lindauer will finally pick it up. Saucing it to the near side for Pearl, out of his reach. And it will be taken right back away and fired down by Chairman, and it finds the end boards. Power play hasn't looked great for the Panthers, but let's not discredit the Elon penalty kill. They have looked really good so far today.
Yeah, they've been out there buzzing every single penalty kill that they've had. Did have that the shorthanded goal
as well. Yep.
So I mean, they could do it both ways, and just also on the offensive side and defensive side of their penalty kills.
Rouch tried to center it for Ripley, but it's unable to be caught by the Panther forward. And then sent down again by the Phoenix penalty kill. Under 6 to play in the third. 2-goal lead for Elon. What a pass from McGuigan to Evangelista. The top of the circles. Evangelista has options. Sent it to McGuigan, and he couldn't settle it. Slap shot deflected by Rauch at the dots. He'll hesitate. To the corner. Sent it to Ripley, who drags back to the corner. Ripley cross-ice pass looking for Evangelista, but it's intercepted by a well-positioned defenseman in white. And winning the race is Kilfoyle. He'll leave it along the end boards. McGuigan picks it up. And the power play is over for the Panthers. Back to 5-on-5, officially 0 for 6 on the man advantage.
Much different than it was.
Ripley scores! What a snipe by the Panther forward, and the lead is down to 1.
Who needs a power play there when you got Tanner Ripley just making an absolute snipe, and the crowd's going wild for that Tanner Ripley goal.
You could probably hear them right next to us. Walker, his brother, and the rest of the D2 team is hooting and hollering up here on the catwalk. And we're going to have a timeout. I think that they're going to be forced to make this a clock stoppage here. One of the teams has called their timeout. I'm not sure who. Zach Podolsky is back on the bench. Alex Connors is going to go into the net for the Panthers. Wow, what a situation this is.
Yeah, Ripley just picking his spot and getting after it there. But this is just a much changed situation. The Panthers, I mean, both the D2 and D3 teams, they've been loving the third period recently.
And the comebacks, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see if this momentum continues as Tanner Ripley keeps it up and Connors will come into the net, which is an interesting little change there as DiFilippo saved every shot that he saw.
That he did. 4:59 left on the clock. And they've changed the clock to say 5:01. Officially the time of the goal for Tanner Ripley. And we'll see if this continues to be a running clock situation with it just being a 1-goal game and now under 5 minutes to play. Wow, what a situation this has turned out to be in the third.
Yeah.
This line is going to see a lot of minutes as this game continues on. Oh boy, Pageant can't settle it down, and Heslin tried to fire a shot onto Connors. And the Panthers are going to need Connors to be a brick wall as this game comes to a conclusion. Riggio tried to center it for Ripley. Off the wall. Ismaili throws a hit there. Riggio tried to dodge one and ends up losing possession. The Phoenix get it out of the zone. Ismaili had it glance off of his blade. There's a centering pass. Pageant tried to break it up, couldn't bat it out of the slot. Ismaili behind the goal line. Takes it to the half wall, sent it out to the blue line. And Riggio will move with it now. Riggio centers for Evangelista. His shot blocked on the backhand. Vitka's over the crossbar.
Yeah, great opportunities there. These Panthers are buzzing.
Vitka's attempt to center it for Riggio was blocked down. Evangelista picks it up, centered it for Vitka, kept by Schleibner at the blue line. Backhanded it to the slot, and it's taken away by the Phoenix. A 2-on-1, here they come. Pageant on the backhand, sends it to the half wall. 3.5 left to go. Haven't had a whistle here since the last goal. Slap shot, they score! And that might be the dagger for Sam Chairman.
Chairman sends an absolute ripper there from the blue line. Just, that was a missile there, and Connors just didn't have the opportunity to even see it go past him, and all that momentum is gone as we'll go back to a running clock here.
Yep, the clock continues to run. Good note there, Ben. It's the first whistle since that goal to get the proximate tally for the Panthers. And the clock will continue to move under 3 minutes now. There's a shot, and that one over the crossbar. Nickel tried to get it out to Falco on the ice for the first time since his goal. Couldn't clear the zone, pushes it ahead to Vitka on the backhand for Turner. And the Panthers can't enter cleanly. Turner throws a hit along the end boards. Lindauer walks in, sends it to the slot. DeFalco there on the rebound, but couldn't get one on goal. Pass ahead, Fedorov picks it up at the defensive blue line, sends it to center ice. Turner blocks that one down. DeFalco sends it to the face-off dot. And now the Phoenix will just kill off time. 6-4 the score as Chairman scored the goal to get the lead for Elon back to 2. DeFalco on the near boards, trying to muscle it forward, gets it to Sanderson. Sanderson circling, his shot, tried to pick a corner, but it was deflected up to the wall. 1:45 left to go in the third. Nice move around Rauch by Heslin, but Fedorov a good angle to cut it off. Ismaili is there. Ismaili centers it, looking for Rauch. It's turned over to Heslin, but Rauch on the back check. Heslin dodges a hit from Fedorov, but not entirely. And a whistle here. Fedorov's going to go to the box, and then Fedorov and Heslin still getting tied up there in the slot. And we might have more than a few penalties coming from this.
Yeah, as the clock's still running down, you never really know if these penalties are even going to come to fruition.
Yeah, you're right. We're at 1:05 and still continuing down. They might just end the game here. Yeah. Fedorov and Heslin both going to the box.
As the refs are stalling as much time as possible.
Yeah, and they seem in no rush to get this game continued.
Absolutely not.
And if this was a one-goal game still, we're potentially looking at a very different scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Heslin and Fedorov both in the box. And the clock is now at 30 seconds and counting. If we play in another second of this game, I'll be honest, I'd be shocked. The clock continues to move. We're going to play 4-on-4, I believe. No, it's a power play for the Phoenix. And we will play another second. Now 10 to play with the running clock. Backhanded towards Connors, and he makes the first save of his career and holds on, and now gloves are off on the wall, and that'll do it. Riggio in the fray down there, along with 2 Phoenix players, and both teams are going to be sent to their locker rooms. Riggio being called to the bench, but this one has gone final. We've got 0-0s, and the Phoenix are the victors here. 6-4 the final. They advance to 2-1, and the Panthers drop to 3-3. What a game, though, Ben. The Panthers made it close at the end. They scored 2 in the third to cut the lead down, but unable to finish the comeback this time.
Yeah, they had some promising looks there. I mean, when you're stepping up a division, going from D3 to D2, you know the competition's going to be high. And it's a great game here just to see that this D3 team could keep up with some D2 teams and have good competition here.
So that'll do it for this game. The next time the Panthers, the D3 Panthers, will see the ice will be next weekend at the start of fall break when they travel to Orlando to take on the University of Central Florida in a 2-game road trip. And then they'll be back here on October 20th and 21st for 2 league games against Montgomery College. So that's the next 4 games for the D3 Panthers. As for the D2 Panthers, we'll be right back here at the Greensboro Ice House tomorrow morning for an 11 a.m. puck drop on Pink Out Day as the Panthers host the ECU Pirates, and then again next weekend they head to Massachusetts Maritime to kick off their fall break. But for now, I've been Graham Tuck along with Ben Shelton. Thank you very much for tuning in for the home opener for the D3 Panthers. Final score 6-4, Elon on top.